So we just took a little pause. We got to eat. He has a flight in half an hour. Guys, listen. It took me many years to get to know Andy and to be able to sit next to him. Trust me, before here, he was surrounded by 10 people, as I call them, dumb people, because he didn't have a chance to send them to webinar yet. But
we sat at a restaurant in Dallas, right?
The other time, right, at the conference. But he's also a speaker at a lot of these events. And what I liked, what separated you from others as a speaker, he controlled the room. He came in, you made people laugh, you made people do some kind of exercise, completely, honestly, you reminded me a little bit of Tony Robbins. You changed the energy in the room, and I fall asleep half the time with those speakers. Now with you, you definitely got me woken up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, how do you start the speech?
Why did you? What about it did you feel like woke you up?
See, it was like a year ago. I actually don't remember what you said, but I remember you got this whole room going from. Actually, how do you start your presentation? When you walked on stage, what's the first minute? What was the thing that you did in the first minute?
I didn't do anything. I just said my name.
No. You did something. I don't remember, but you got everybody clapping, or
the power clap.
See. You okay? So tell me about the power clap. What was the power clap?
Power claps wake people up for sure, right?
See, he's pulling advanced techniques and he's not even realizing that's how good he is. But when my man walked on stage, all the people who were talking on different tables, he did his power, and everybody now changed the energy, paying attention, excited to be in the room, and you did it without even realizing, like you're using advanced talking on stage techniques.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm basically comparing you to Tony Robbins. I mean, that's a pretty good comparison, Yeah. So that's it. I'm gonna go see Andy in Vegas, and sex, drugs, and rock and roll for me, not him, of course. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. See how he has a serious face. A lot of people come there. He doesn't talk about what happens in Vegas. And again, thank you for this. Thank you for this interview, Andy, and God bless you. Essentially, you describe. See, he knows the good shit that he's ordering. What did you get?
I got a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, all right. So he figured out a way to buy his time back, essentially. He valued his time more. He, wanted to spend it with his family or whatever he's into. So he figured out how to make this beautiful one, instead of repeating the same thing again and again and again. He did one amazing presentation, recorded it, and now how do you get those people to see your presentation?
Yeah, so I make an effort to. So first things first, I have to make a decision. What is more important to me? Is my time important? Do I actually have value on my time? Many people who start a business, they may not even have value on their own time. They may be an entrepreneur, however, they're like, hey, yeah, I'll spend an hour on a call with you, and if it turns into something cool, if not, no worries. Once you determine that you have value on your time, then phenomenal. And one more thing.
All right. So again, doing business outside the conference, because that's where the deals come in. And I'm here with my man Andy.
Yes, sir.
Now, what his specialty is, different people have different ways they sell SaaS. He is an expert in selling through webinar, which makes basically he's the genius who knows how to automate sales. Webinar is a way to sell one-to-many. So he does this beautiful presentation, alters it, twists it, makes it perfect, and then as soon as people start selling it, all he has to do is send traffic to that presentation and collect commission. And he's pretty damn good for me, from what I hear. My man is printing money. he's making so much money that he cannot gamble it enough, fast enough in Vegas. And he lives in Vegas. So, with no further ado, Andy, and see, he doesn't give a fuck. He's making money while he's walking and talking, sleeping and eating. Now, a little thing I know about Andy is that he's a family man. He supports his wife. I was on the bus with you, Andy, and I remember
That's right.
the bus driver was African American gentleman, and you were like, good that we hire, so you support your community, so so this man has values, and he's smart, and he's smart, by the way, very, very smart, and super humble. So the humbleness, some people think, oh, he doesn't know his stuff. No, he's humble because he's sick and tired of talking to dumb people. And that's why he does a webinar. He was doing probably sales one-on-one, talking to dumb people, seeing dumb people, answering the same freaking thing 20 times. And he's like, you know what? I'm done with dumb people. I'm going to automate this, present webinar, and let the dumb people watch the webinar and answer all the questions. Was that the way you created webinar?
I created webinars to save time. To save time rather than doing one-on-ones, where on a one-on-one call, at the end of the call, if I spend an hour or 2 hours with somebody, they may say yes, they may say no. If I spend an hour to have a conversation with someone, that may say yes, that may say no. Or option number two, because I just started to do the math. We're limited with time.
1 second. See, the man is doing math. See, humble, and as you talk about business, he doesn't go by feelings, emotions.
Yeah.
No, my man is doing math. Go ahead.
So I started doing math, explaining that. So I did the math. If I do one-on-one calls, and as I do one-on-one calls, let's say I spend an hour to have a conversation with someone about whatever I'm selling. At the end of that call, in that 1 hour spent, they say yes or they say no. And I started to realize the more that I value my life and the more that I value the time, that I got to make some different decisions on how I operate my business. Because if I spend 1 hour, 1 hour out of my working week, let's say I work 40 hours a week, at most I can do 40 calls. Out of the 40 calls, a portion is going to say yes, a portion is going to say no. However, I can take that same amount of effort and put it in towards other things in my life and create better results if I just put all of them into one group Zoom call and give them all the opportunity to buy. So for me, it's about taking my time freedom back.